It's going down. Hey.
We're getting ready for a prop firm challenge as soon as I can prove to myself in this demo account that I can make money. And I'm got to make back the losses that we had on this demo account. But as soon as we do, we are going to be going over to get a prop firm challenge and hopefully pass it and begin to make money. We did hit our maximum loss of $1,000 today, but I was able to make it back and we are still in this trade and we did not blow the account. So everything's looking good so far. Anyway, let's check out what happened today. All right, one of the best reasons to be in this kind of strategy is that we can catch some really good prices and some low points. We're not trying to call the bottom or tops, we're just looking for the areas. And on the daily chart, you'll see on the MNQ micro for the NASDAQ, this is an interesting opportunity that it's bouncing off on the daily chart on the 20 EMA. That this is just, I'm not saying it's going to bounce here and go up forever. I'm just saying that this is an interesting area to potentially catch along, right? There's a pivot right here, Pintail, 20 EMA, 50% pullback at this candle. And I'm going to give it a swing here. And, manage your risk, know what you're going to lose in the day. And, on this particular challenge, it's $1,000 daily limit and a $2,500 blow your account, just like the Apex Prop Firm Challenge. Okay, so this is my demo account. I got to make back some money before I can do the Apex Challenge, but this is how we're trading, the strategies we're using. So I entered in right down here. First, trend line break, right? It is counter trend, and so I'm very aware of that. It's down here sweeping some levels, some liquidity sweeps, and I'm ready to take my trade all the way down to sweep this liquidity level and literally bounce off that daily 20 EMA. That's my my target, but I'm going to enter in with 1 micro right here for now, and we'll see what happens. All right, this is exactly why I want to make sure that I make back the losses on the demo before I go buy a prop firm challenge. We go long on the trend line break and price immediately comes back and crashes, right? And what I'm trying to do here is learn how to manage risk. And until we learn how to manage risk, we are going to fail, okay? So what I've done is I've set a system and a strategy to where I know what I'm going to risk and how much I'm going to lose if the worst case scenario happens. In this case, on the daily chart, the MNQ, the micros for the NASDAQ, I'm entering here near the 20 EMA on the daily chart. If price were to crash for some reason and come straight down to the 50 EMA down here at the bottom, that's a 300-point drop, roughly. And for 1 micro, that is $600. So I comfortably can say that even if the market crashes down here, that I'm well above my $1,000 daily limit, and I am perceiving and understanding psychologically and emotionally. I'm preparing for all these things. I'm getting my experience in all these things. I'm also learning to gauge the daily drops, how much it's going to cost if it goes in that direction. Where can I add? Where can I scale into this bull market, which is on the daily chart? And I'm looking at all my levels where I could potentially make adjustments to my trade, and always keeping in mind what my daily limit loss is. Price has fallen below your alert. It's time to go check it out. I would say you have to be very, very careful with this kind of trading, and it's not for the weak stomach people. What we have on the daily chart, let's take a little peek at that. You can't be too heavy in your position, that's for sure. On the daily chart now, we see it pushing past the 20 EMA, so we got to be careful now not to add anything. Let's see how it's going to do. It's been bouncing mostly off the 20 EMA, but it does penetrate it quite a bit. Here was a day that it penetrated it a lot and just came back up only to it, and then it continued down. We could be in a situation like that. We could be in a situation where it pierces it pretty far, and we could be in a situation where it pierces a little bit and bounces. A lot of times it'll pierce it and come right back up. We don't know what it's going to do. So right now, at this point, we've added as much as we can add, 3 micros, and we're going to stop adding right now until we see what it's going to do. If it goes down to the 50 EMA with 3 micros, that's 300 points. That's an $1,800 drop. It will not blow the demo account for Apex, but it will stop me out for my daily $1,000 limit. So I'm already pushing a very risky trade here. Let's see what happens. All right, now this kind of trading is not for everybody, because what we're trying to do, we're not trying to call a bottom. We're trying to find support. We're trying to find key areas, order blocks, fair value gaps, massive areas where major trend lines are at, trend line channels, and things like that, all coordinating together. Daily chart, 60-minute chart, and everything. And we don't want to break our daily limit. Our daily limit's $1,000, right? So we're down about 350 right now. So we've got this huge drop down like this. Yes, it can keep going, and there's going to be times when we're wrong. And that's just, you got to accept that. Being wrong is part of trading. But over time and experience, you learn that price doesn't always go in a straight line, and we use that to our advantage. So I'm just keeping you up to date to where I'm at. Let's keep an eye on this and see what happens. Okay, let's catch up where we left off at. We were looking at this trend line break right here where I added. Now I made some classic mistakes today. We definitely hit our $1,000 maximum loss today, but I'm going to go through everything that I did wrong, and I'm going to try to learn from these things. Right here, I didn't get out of the position when I should have, okay, because it didn't go in my favor. And that's been a repeating problem that I'm going to have to absolutely take care of. And we can see over here, this is where the mistake happened, and this is how much further down it went. But I've been scalping really great in this area. I tend to do really good in like range bound areas. Like that's where I end up making most all the money that may be possible for me to learn to wait for these areas. And when something's moving strongly like this, just to avoid the trade. Because now at this point that we're down in this range type area, we're actually all the way over here in a situation where I've been scalping really well all the way down here with 5 contracts, 10 contracts, getting out for quick scalps. This one was a real fast waiting for the news. When we're waiting for the news, I noticed price really does not move. So that's like the FOMC strategy that I have. This range right here was right before the news. And I should have been scalping more in through this area, but right here I took a really big position because I knew it was going to pop back up, and it did. And then scalped out. Meanwhile, we're lowering our average price all the way down. I mean, look where our average price is. It's all the way down here. Any kind of bounce up and is going to be a profitable. We should end up with a green day today. We should, but that doesn't mean I still didn't hit the $1,000 limit. So, on one hand, I didn't calculate properly. I was too heavy, and I held positions that I should have gotten out of. If I would have gotten out of this position right up here, in this area right here, and just continued to analyze this situation, I could have scalped in this area here, and I did a lot of scalping here. Right here we scalped, boom, boom. And I got out of a bunch right up here when it popped up after the news. And I've been adding and scalping right here. And our average price is all the way down here at the bottom. At some point, if you can calculate this right, the average price, you'll be sitting right near the average price for the low of the day. We don't know what the low of the day is. That's why we got to keep adjusting and readjusting our situation. What we're trying to do is basically get the lowest price possible and then ride the bounce up. Some days don't have a bounce. And if that's the case, we play the range as much as possible. So I'll let you know what the end profit and loss is going to be today. But right now we're negative, and we did hit our $1,000 maximum loss on this, unfortunately. There's a $2,500 blow your account maximum that we have not hit. And that's something that I'm grateful for. So just to be honest and transparent with you guys. Okay, sometimes it takes a while and sometimes it never happens. But when you get the bottom price and you get a big move up and you have those days where the market reverses, bounces off trend lines, bounces off fair value gaps, order blocks, moving averages, it's well worth it as long as you don't blow your account. So yes, we went to the maximum loss $1,000, but we are making that all back. And we did not blow the account. So again, I'm training, I'm practicing, I'm getting ready to do a prop firm challenge with Apex, but this is my demo account where I got to make back a little bit first before I go over there. And hopefully we'll be able to prove that we can do a prop firm challenge in time if we make back the demo account money that we lost while we were practicing. So anyway, I'll let you know how everything turns out. Okay, I want to get on video how the scalping works during the lunch hour range. It's actually one of the best times to do the scalping if price is not trending or moving in a strong direction, that is. So I'm going to be using 5 contracts each, buying and into this little range right here. Near the bottom, buy 5, up at the top of the bottom, sell that same 5, and see how many times we can do it over and over here. So I will let you see how it goes here. This box represents where I bought and sold the last piece. So the bottom of the box and the top of the box represent the buy and the sell. Waiting for it to come down a little bit lower to these levels down here before I buy any more. And until it does, I'm probably just going to sit tight. Okay, it came down to where I was looking for right here. We added 8 right there, so I'll be selling hopefully.
Order submitted.
Once it comes back above.
Order submitted.
That area. If it breaks this area right here, we'll have to be very careful about adding anything else. Hopefully it'll go up and hit those targets. We'll see. Okay, it came up and got one of those. I could sell them both right here, get it over with.
Order filled.
Okay, got both of them. So we bought some down here again, sold up here, and if it comes back down, we'll do it over and over and over, as long as the lunch hour remains sideways like this. See how quickly it just came right back down. People that are trying to get it to go somewhere are really having trouble. Let's see what it does. Hopefully the range is a good way to play this.
Order canceled.
Okay, I went ahead and grabbed it right here. Let's sell it back up here.
Order submitted.
Okay, it hit our target right there again. And so we're just waiting patiently. I probably should use a bigger size of doing this. I'm not sure if it's really that much profit with just a few contracts, but it's the skill that I'm trying to get better at. So let's keep going. Okay, just snapped up and took out some more. We bought again. This time I did 10 contracts right here at the bottom and got out right here. Got a little order waiting right up here for it to get up a little bit higher.
Order filled.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. So yeah, we're just scalping, buying at the bottom, selling at the top. Okay, at this point, it's getting into the afternoon. Let me go ahead and sell.
Order filled.
Almost everything except for a little bit. If it comes back down, we'll play the range. But otherwise, I'm just going to hold this little piece here and be glad that I did not lose money today. Nor did I blow the account. And that's the goal, is to not blow the account, get ready for the prop firm challenge, and little by little, make back money on this demo account. Okay, believe it or not, all that was one trade. I started with one trade. I never closed the position, and it was considered a 100% win rate because it was only one trade. All right, we are at $159. Small peanuts compared to how much I was down. I still got a lot to learn on this account. We're now at 44,683 on our way to 50,000. We got to get this demo account back up to 50,000 before I can go to the prop firm challenge. And every day we're making a little bit more and more. So I'll see you on the next video, Lord willing. Peace.